trying to look. There's nowhere else on the screen.
Please remember that breaking character may contain situations that are not for every viewer, and if you need to take time away from the stream for your mental health, please do so. Your well-being is important to us. No, please, fuck. You know what.
Important to everyone but Rev.
You know what it is. It is time for Breaking Character. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are without our IT Tony. We were
That's
without
the
him
reason
last
it's going
week.
to be scuffed.
Oh.
It's going to be so scuffed.
And we are going to be out without him next week, so we hope for a pleasant return, a safe return. But until then, let's get on with what happened last time. Which what?
Yes.
Did you
yes,
want to say,
Blade,
Rev?
Shut up.
I was just gonna say I was wondering why Tony's voice was so soft at the beginning.
What do you mean?
So effeminate.
Both masculine, both same. There's no difference. It was
No difference.
anyways.
Same voice. Same
Clean
voice.
shaven though, which is a bold
Same,
choice
yeah.
for you, Tony. But you know,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Grew out the hair.
Not
Grew
with
out the
tank
hair,
tops
it's less
anymore,
curly.
So, the headband is different, but you know,
would you
So
like me to do
last
the
time-
introduction, or would you like me to do the recap, Dungeon Master? Or do you want to?
Because
Well,
you seem to be volunteering.
I am more than always willing to volunteer myself.
Okay, how about this? Do it in Boston's voice as he's recapping what's going on the last crazy ass 24 hours.
Previously on Breaking Character. Last time we were up to our shenanigans, we finally went to the tattoo parlor and were able to get our pieces. Each of us getting something a bit different. While we were there, we got a surprise visit from one of the grandchildren of tiny Spitfire of a barbarian, Rimita, a Goliath of a man, literally, named Maddock. He said hello and joined the tattoo adventure, and him, Rimita, and Nash all going to a family gathering, and apparently some scrapping's gonna be happening also, so that'll be interesting. Speaking of scrap, myself and Rick were in the car, and we decided to start planning a way to get his bounty taken away by start making false bits of Baldrick so that we can get some nasty business done with. Afterwards, or while that was going on, Fenrana was able to contact the sibling and do something about getting a favor. I wasn't really paying attention. I don't give a fuck.
I was literally doing it for you.
I'm doing the intro. Go. Why are you in this booth? We
Get along finally. Come on.
we are now going to get into the call that Fenrana was going to be sent to. Myself and Rick are escorting them as security to meet with this Con Esseth. Very fancy, kind of a snob, and we're going to the auction house, and then we stopped, went to a secret elevator. The place was ecstatic.
Con Esseth is my father that we're meeting Scarlet.
Scarlet, gosh darn it, my notes. That's right. Con Esseth
Sorry,
is your
buddy.
father. He's 63.
Yeah.
And we are now in a room waiting for them. We were a little early to be extra punctual.
Boston, roll a will save
You told
to see if
You're Sparky, buddy.
to see if Fenrana's forcible psychic connection has done any damage to you.
I mean, I rolled a natural 19 plus 1, so it's 20 total. A dirty
Alright.
20.
Auto fail.
No,
Oh.
you were able to eject them at the last intro.
Oh, during the what is this like? Are we doing a podcast? What's going on?
Uh-huh.
We're doing a meta thing.
Yeah, we're meta.
Oh.
It's fine now.
We're
fine.
Meta.
Okay. So, gotcha.
Boston's been podcasting about his daily adventures since we've got it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's a personal journal, you know. All cowboys have one.
Yeah.
Just like a potted plant that they have to take care of, or a robotic animal. You know, the typical assassin stuff.
What about a robotic plant?
Rev, darkness strangle him.
It's a little too far right now, but I will in a minute.
At the very least, give him an Indian reg bun. Yeah. So you guys show up into the downtown district of the Ithros capital, where it is very electric. There are sparking rays and arcs of open electricity shooting all over the place. Some are constantly active in these giant arcs. Some are little, here and there where they turn on and off, and they pulsate in a type of Morse code effect. You go into this building that happens to have a lot more insulation than the exposed atmosphere. You go up the elevator, the public elevator, and are escorted to a private elevator where the butler or the doorman, Gerald, is able to enter in a passcode and able to get you up to the final 30th floor of this building, the downtown district of. I'll give it a name. The Lightning District. It is the Lightning District.
Oh my god, this thing is fucking breaking. 1 sec, stream is breaking on me.
Oh no.
Why is it moving?
Oh, it is.
It's
Why is
just
she
like
sliding?
wholesale moving.
Why is she
Why
sliding?
is she sliding?
What?
We're moving leftward.
Rev did a posture.
Okay.
That was like an hour ago.
What just happened?
Is it good?
We're moving.
We moved for like a hot second.
Is it fine?
Alright, get it back into position. There we go. We're good. It's all fixed. Don't mind that.
Nope, it's doing it again.
God fucking damn it! Why?
Is your cursor on that specific spot where that
It's
is?
not. I'm not even clicked onto it right now.
We're doing the electric slide.
We're just scooching. Listen. For anyone who's ever been into one of my streams, you know this is par for the fucking course. Listen.
That's true, except there's not any fire on the screen.
We're just sneaking out of the stream.
It's like the comical hook
Casually
that comes out
fucking
from Bugs
leaving.
Bunny.
Let me off, Johnny.
Oh.
Tap dance out of here.
Okay.
Okay, so you are currently in the Lightning District. It is a district mostly of businesses, and you are headed up to the top floor, the 30th floor, after leaving the elevator, which had double doors. You had a front door that you went into, and as the doorman turns around and faces the back of the wall, it has the exact same knobs and buttons and screens, and the two doors that parse open, revealing an entry foyer for you to show up and make yourselves known. Gerald tips his hat, says good luck, steps back into the elevator. The doors slide behind you, and you are there in this quiet little atmosphere. It is a round, semi-round, dome-like area. The wall is of a black slate marble, going from one side of where the elevator left you in to the other side. And then the floor is coated with white, is a white coating, polished. And then in front of you is a pair of double-sided, or not double-sided, French doors that are all solid with some lighting coming down from above. And then a screen off to the side, off to the left, with a notepad, numbers and letters, and retina screen, fingerprint screen, that sort of thing.
Yours is the wind howling outside.
Or
I think that was a joke.
oh, okay, sorry.
It's just the name. I had to.
He's going to Boston's gonna in his armor send a message to Fenrana and Baldrick and say, Fenrana, you are the boss right now. You call me either by Jones. You call me by Jones, and you call Baldrick just the automaton, or just whatever you want to do. Just do not make it seem like we have any sort of relationship other than professional or business. I'm not going to say a damn word the entire time unless you give me permission to speak, or you tell me to engage, which will mean one of two things. I'm pulling out my shotgun. He's going to tap on his sawed-off that's in a holster, or I'm going to sock a son of a bitch.
Noted. All right.
And that's Blank Helmets here, by the way, as he's wearing his full power armor right now. Sorry for boring you.
No, sorry. Anyway, I guess Fen is just going to. So basically, we're in a room. We're waiting for somebody to come in to meet us. Correct?
You're there to make yourself known. It is much like coming up to the front door. You can knock on the door. You have options. Okay. There is a screen that can do identifying marks. It is just quiet at the moment.
In that case, I'm gonna go try and interact with the screen and see if maybe it's just to know who's supposed to be there, or if it seems more of like a lock sort of thing.
All right. What is your passive perception? It is a 19?
My passive is off the fucking end. Perception 19, yes.
Okay. That is, you're able to look at it. It is a regular comm. It is, the information there is available for anybody who were to come up to make themselves known, or to allow the owner in, such as a hand scanner, a face retinal scanner, and then a screen for, prompt to say, see who is coming in with the active camera in your face.
Yeah, and then in that case, I'll say into it, Fenrana etseth for Scarlet Doublemont? Doublemont, right?
Yes. The screen lights up. All of the letters light up in response to your voice activation. After a few moments, on the screen, you see the image of an woman with her hair put up in a bun behind her head, ears pursed to the back, although they are long and rather pointy, and she is wearing a up to the neck collared shirt with lace up to her chin, and it is the white is coming out from underneath the collar, and then there is a rather pinkish sort of we'll just say it's pink. I'm trying to come up with another color. It's like a fuchsia magenta mix.
Okay.
Of
very bright, very
colors
bright.
That are that kind of taper off to sharp shoulders, and then there's more lace of a white and lighter pink sleeves going down. She is wearing glasses. She seems to be rather elderly, but she's not. She would be in her late 40s for human, but she is given off much older looks. Her chin is sharp to the point, to the nose.
One second.
Yep,
Years.
we're good.
Okay.
This is Nikki should not be in control of shit.
We're being tested. We're just gonna we're just gonna run with the flow. Go with the flow, not run. But
Because Scuff Blade, just fucking go with it, man.
Blade, stop bullying Blood. I know typically Blade comes and then Blood, but the
blood comes first, then the blade. No, I'm just kidding. Anywho, She has freckles on her cheeks, high cheekbones, and she has dark auburn red hair and some gray streaks going through. And she looks at you with her wrinkles and says, "Ah, yes, Fenrana. Oron spoke of your arrival. You are on time. Thank you."
Of course. A meeting ought to begin on time. Should we come in or wait for you here?
Oh, no need to. I will let you in. And you hear this air release. The doors kind of open up interiorly into the room. She says, "I will be there in just a few, please. There are seating and a few hors d'oeuvres. Make yourself at home."
Appreciated. And Finn's just gonna go in.
The screen goes blank as you enter. As you go into this interior, you are greeted by a much brighter interior. The area is that of a large entertaining room. There is what is considered a grand piano off to the side, a harp laced in rose gold. There is carpets along. There's a grandeur of
Tapestries.
marble. Yeah, marble flooring, mixed different colors, some white, some gray, some pinkish and strikes of red. There are elongated rugs here and there, all in various different of tapestries. There is the walls and ceilings are plastered in a light rose color, depicting of a multitude of birds, flamingos, swans, some butterflies, petals coming off of trees in the springtime from their blooming and wisping in the wind as they kind of dance around the room, highlighted in a rose gold as well. There are reading nooks with bookshelves and shelving decorated in cherry wood, coral curtains draped 16-foot ceilings, and there are chaise lounge chairs adorned in fuchsia colored tapestries or upholstery. There is a predominant theme in this room. There are with the grand piano and the harp and the chairs and the reading nooks, there are also oil paintings. These paintings, not quite so pink, but they do look original. There is the occasional hum of the machinery and the crackling of the electrical arcs outside, as they can be heard through the windows. There are large windows, about 6-8 foot tall. The ceiling occasionally has a chandelier here or two. Some are 3-tiered, some are single, with rare crystals, others that are glass or tinted pink. All kinds of artifacts in the area, as well as a few sentinels standing in the corners. Large stone or mechanical representations of either current or arcane works of machinery. And there are 2 hallways to the immediate left and right of you. And then there are a couple more hallways in the further back. And in the farthest end, there is a slight stage with several rows of chairs. Same cherry wood, same fuchsia pink upholstery, and a forget what it's called. The podium.
Where's
a
the
podium.
snack bar?
Where's the snacks? No.
Where's the
snacks?
Where's the nacho dispenser? Where's the
on the
golden?
left.
So as you walk in, within the immediate vicinity, where next to the reading nooks and the chaise lounge, there is a table off to the right that has several small amounts of snacks, deviled eggs, some caviar, chips and dip, spinach dip, that sort of thing.
The expansive stuff. Fen will, I guess, go up to one of the seats with at least two behind it, if that's a possibility, or two like close to it and sit in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, there are rows
closest
of chairs next to you. Oh, are you gonna go up to where the podium is?
Yeah, close to where the podium is. That way.
Boston's gonna stay as close as he can, but have his back to walls, so there's no surprise. You know, no surprises.
Surprises are fun.
So much fun.
Rick, where do you decide to move into the vicinity?
I'll probably just hover behind Fen.
Okay.
And for clarity's sake for the audience, I mean hover figuratively. That is not a power that I have.
Aww. I thought I had a flying robot friend.
Just starting Dominus, he's even. Are you posing to go along with it?
Just like straight Gary's mod.
Mhm.
You can hear a light orchestra being played in the surrounding area. It's kind of all over the place, not in any one particular location. As you walk in, it's of like a string quartet, but the melody seems to keep in time with the pulsating rhythm of the electrical currents outside.
Mhm.
It's an interesting integration of both the exterior electrical interferences, but also things that are not of the electrical sort, but more of an organic, and a blend of the two, a blend of the mix. The lighting that comes in through the window that bounces off the crystals and the lights has its own little jittery movements. Although they are shown in rainbow colors, they seem to reflect that of bioluminescence, kind of similar to where you're from.
Okay.
Done with inner wall LEDs, but this is a low-tech form of using the actual natural workings of the environment to integrate with the surrounding area.
Okay.
With your perception with a 19, you would automatically be able to see all of the tapestries and the oil paintings. Are you interested in that, or?
Currently no, just because Fen is trying to keep themselves focused on this bullshit right now.
Are the other players want to investigate?
Nope.
I would. I'll see what Rick would know for that.
Okay, make a roll for investigation.
Okay, that's gonna be. There we go. Sorry, it's rolling slowly.
Slowly rolling.
That's
I
a
see me
wow,
rolling.
a 16
Nifty.
Okay, with
plus 0.
interesting enough,
Oof.
the 16 was just enough. For your investigation, and which could also be so the paintings, as you can see, are mostly oil, some of them watercolor. They depict a lot of historical events. one of the most pronounced and most regarded is the Divine Requiem, which is considered to be the beginning of the 250-year peace treaty that you are currently within. The 250th year being celebrated next year, of which you are currently in the spring towards summer-ish. So within 8 months, you'll be celebrating that faithful event, as well as some other historical and possibly mythological events as well.
Do I get any comprehension as to like age of the artwork?
That would be a historical or arcane investigation, or roll.
I'll go for that. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gooder at one of them.
I'm good at one of them.
I'm just here.
3+3.
A what? +3?
A 3+3.
Oof. Nope. No clue. They could have been made yesterday. 3D printed.
They were probably made yesterday. That sounds about right?
Yeah, in an auction house of this magnitude with this much rose gold.
And yeah, and the
I thought they printed them off the internet.
the fact that it's, you know, an antique house, auction house.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it works with Orbella Road, you know?
It's all fake. But yeah. So but the historical events that they depict are very well known. You, with your education and your background, as well as Fenranas, would know exactly what all these are for or of. A few minutes after sitting and waiting, Charlotte comes in. Pardon me for for the delay. I had to tidy up a few things of a previous meeting. Please, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. And she comes up to you and she grabs your hands to kind of just hold them in a like still shake, as that were.
Yeah. Like the sort of like thing.
Yes, just come up and grasp both of your hands in her hands and just like looks you in the eyes. Thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure's all mine after Arwen gave me your name. How could I possibly refuse?
Arwen, yes, he is such a wonderful man. He is, how is he doing?
Well, still back in Aurora and still at the university, but...
Still doing the same things, I see. Ah, that man never changes. Although one would think that he had, after for so long. Stubborn. Anywho, welcome to the area. Would you like a tour?
A tour would be lovely, actually.
Okay. So she gets up and she walks you around and she starts telling you a little bit about the area, a little bit of this is the main room, this is the main hall, this is where all the auctions happen, and this is where we cater all our guests, or mine specifically. I am an enterprise sole proprietor, and I think I've done well for myself, don't you think? It's quite a feat. I'm so proud of this.
You do have quite a place here, and your connections are rather renowned.
Oh, they should be. I mean, this is my living, my livelihood, everything I've ever wanted, and it is my child. I should go on to tell you. Let's see, where is it? The name of it is the Arcanist's Emporium. She has been the owner of this company for the last 50 years. Started off from scratch, found some small little trinkets in some little pawn shops and started trading her way up, and even indulges a little bit of her past history with Oren, of which she had worked with, had a few contracts with the university to help divulge or do some excavations of some artifacts in some far off places, and was hoping to continue with those contracts until Oren decided to cancel on them or finish out their partnership. She has been trying to hopefully renew some of the contracts with the university, and hopes that you will put a good word in for her. Baldrick, you are in disguise, correct?
I know we had talked about him being in disguise, but we did not discuss a robot disguise.
Did you disguise yourself prior to? I want to recall. Did you disguise yourself in the car on the way there?
I do not recall saying that I did, so I'm going to lean on that we did not.
Okay.
If Brett would like to disprove me.
Yeah, Brett. Anybody else? Okay.
I think we discussed
discussed
right as you
disguise.
got there.
We did not
We
actually
didn't
put a
actually
disguise
do
on
it.
for him. Because
Okay.
what we're going to do is make him look ugly. Brett slash actually just Brett didn't think it makes sense for him to look rusty and like awful before going to meet someone who would literally probably say, "We
Brett
don't
keeps
accept your
saying
kind here."
ugly and dirty and
It's just because you're
I don't-
naturally
I don't
handsome. That's
like
just
the
what we're trying to.
We're going to cover you in rust and cat piss. What do you mean, Rick?
the parts I ordered are all like new clean parts. They're just completely different parts.
No one told him, did we?
They have two completely different ideas, and they have not communicated. So that's gonna be fun.
Which is funny because Fen knows the one side, the Baldrick side, knowing like the parts. But
during this tour, she stops at one of her statues and pauses. I want everyone to roll a
does
perception.
this fucking thing look like Baldrick?
Not that
Fuck
way.
me.
Perception. I'm good at that too.
Natural 20.
Loading.
Whoa.
Perception.
21.
I don't want to play with I have a +4. Fuck it.
I don't have any real dice on me, so I have to wait
That's
for
a
the computer to be full.
14.
You can use my bad ones.
My total is
Is that a-
21.
Is that a 14 total?
14
Did you
total.
say 71?
21. Yes, I
Just
rolled a
casually
71.
rolled a 50. It's fine.
You're not that high of a bard yet.
Modifier.
Rev.
I-
Has your,
I-
has your
I
dice
told one.
loaded yet?
Yeah, I said it was 21.
Oh, okay, 21 total.
Fen is panicking and trying to pay as much attention to this lady rather than anything going on around them.
Or natural. What was your natural?
Mine was
It was. Sorry, yeah.
No, Rev.
Oh, mine was just 18.
Okay, so not a natural 20. Okay.
Correct.
I had the natural 20 plus 1, so it's also 21.
Oh, I heard that. I just wanted to see how many natural 20s we had. So Brett, as soon as Charlotte walks up to a statue that she seemed to have decided to maybe talk about, you notice a spitting rendition of Baldrick. There are differences in the make and model as there would be per owners. So if somebody bought something stock versus somebody bought something custom, this is a very stock rendition. Baldrick is so much more custom.
Right, and also he does have a jaw now, which is helpful.
Baldrick has a jaw, yes. Baldrick is also a lot thinner, a lot more lithe for fencing, but also for multitasking. This one seems to have maybe one or two jobs that it might have been designed for. And Baldrick, you would also know this to be something along the lines of the same serial number design of yourself. You may have encountered either this one or something similar to it in your works of having to deal with other families with other models
I
like
have
yourself?
in previous Q&As mentioned that Rick has like 1,000 siblings.
1,000 what?
Siblings.
Something like that, yeah.
Many siblings, so many. It's
They're
fine.
all the same, not the same barcode, but there's the one hyphen and dash. You all are. That's all the part of the same family.
Yes, the model number.
Basically.
Model number, yeah. All the same edition.
And you'll notice that it is also, to the, it's clean, but it is also old. It is not maintained. It was probably retired rather early on. And she looks and goes, "See, this model is quite more diligent than I originally thought."
Does Fen notice the similarities at this point?
Oh, after it's pointed out, yes. The other two noticed right away until Charlotte said something. You had no clue.
Yep. Nope. Was looking at her rather than the thing.
Yep. As soon as she points it out and steps next to, and she even takes a step towards Baldrick and looks at him, looking at the details, looking at the sides. And you have a few interesting additional features added to this one.
Most
looks
of them
at
are
you.
inherited. He's sort of a hand-me-down.
Yes, most of them are. How much would you trade for this one if I were to make an offer?
Unfortunately, I can't trade him away. He is rather integral to my work as a lumen.
Interesting. Aren's seems to have changed up some of his style.
This is not Arwen's specialty. My source of study veered more towards tech and magic, and this one here seemed to be a perfect way to figure out connections that way.
Real quick on that, Rick is going to press to digitate something.
Do that! Please do!
By the way, when she got close to
Something
Boston,
that seems
Baldrick,
appropriate.
Boston put his hand like on his like shotgun if they got too close, just like that's not your property, ma'am. I wouldn't get closer.
She's respectfully close, but she's also very investigating. Like eyes are in scrutiny.
Think like Aragon when Boromir had the ring in his hand for a second. He's like, "Go ahead, take another step and see what happens." That's the vibe.
Absolutely. That much tension, yes.
He's just like,
Out of gut reaction and a low int check there, Baldrick is going to use prestidigitation to summon a police badge.
Oh my god. I need you to do... Oh god. I can't do
Not
sleight of
claiming
hand
to be
for
police, just like showing magic.
Okay. So it's actual show. It's not...
He's doing show
Well,
and
it's
tell.
not-
He's doing show
Okay.
and tell. It's fine.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so a badge appears where?
Just in his hand.
And she's looking at his face. She's scrutinizing the little seams on his face and the little jaw, breaks in the joints. Do you show her?
I feel like I raised my hand to draw attention to it.
Okay.
Because I'm just
I
sort of
see.
showing he's perfect for this research.
Okay.
Butter nuggets.
I'm so glad Baldrick knows magic. Fuck.
She looks at it. Interesting. What else does he do?
He has a fair few tricks up his sleeve, mostly defensive at this point. Therefore, I don't feel the most comfortable demonstrating within such a confined space. Also, with so many breakable things.
Yes, most of these are all defensible. She points out, and you'll see 6 individual sentinels of different varying heights, size, widths, and material.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Are you saying Sentinels like the X-Men, like giant killer robots that were meant to specifically hunt down mutant Sentinels? Or are
Yes.
these?
To a degree, that is how they look.
So, how big are these though comparatively? Because Sentinels are like 40 feet tall, canonically. These are a little
Some of them
smaller. I
are.
hope.
So the one, so there's the robot that looks like Baldrick that is standing next to you.
Right.
In this hallway, there are 5 others, and they are varying heights all the way up to the 16, 20-foot ceiling. Some look like they needed help getting inside. There is one that is made of iron, one that is made of stone, one that looks like it might be a cross between stone and steel. Various others as well. One that might be a little bit of a clay material, terracotta, yeah.
As well as he's rather good for maintaining my notes, as I am notoriously bad at it.
So am I. That is amazing. You know, I've been looking for a very particular one. One that was supposedly released recently. Why they wouldn't get rid of it, is beyond me. But I have put out a rather pretty ransom out for it. If it becomes available, please let me know.
You will be the first to call.
Appreciated. And she looks at Baldrick one more time before she pulls away.
No.
So,
So-
Alren tells me you need help getting into Loyalist.
Lol hall.
Right. Sorry, I got my
Ren
notes
tells
mixed
you
up.
wrong.
I'm not lying to you. I'm sorry.
You didn't give him enough. You didn't give him enough chocolates for Christmas, and now he's offended, so he's lying to you now.
You need to read your pre-meeting notes and know what you're talking about in here.
Look,
I'm the only
I am the
person that
DM.
reads the notes.
I have the whole fucking world in my head, alright? I'm allowed
No,
to mistake
not
it
you,
too.
Piers.
Oh, you mean Scarlet specifically needs to make sure
Yeah,
to read their notes?
Scarlet.
Ah, of course.
Scarlet, that's
Also, it's more
specific
telling myself
subsection
that
of
'cause I do
Gears'
that all
head.
the time at work.
So, yes, Ren says you need help getting into Lowhall.
Yes.
Any particular reason? What are the difficulties of getting in? Are you looking for residency or?
No, I am rather looking for a select group whom, putting it simply, have made themselves an enemy of many, many people.
Well, that's the location they would want to go if they wanted to be protected and a threat.
Indeed. That's what we've learned.
Well, the best way to get rid of something like that is to make sure they impale themselves on their own spikes. So you'll need quite a few connections out there.
That was what I was hoping to discuss with you.
Yes. It's, unfortunately, a lot more, help than I can give. I can start you off in that area, but, after that, you're on your own.
I find I can be rather persuasive as long as I have somewhere to stand.
Okay. Well, in that case, let me see. And she pulls out her a necklace that was so in her outfit of which is basically a long post-Victorian dress of pink and fuchsia and white.
I love this lady,
linen
by the
and-
way.
And if you were to pay attention as she was approaching, you might see some Barbie pink shoes poking out from underneath her dress. She pulls out a what would be a heart-shaped what do you call it? The necklace piece
Locket?
that has, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, locket. She opens it up, pulls it between the buttons and opens it up, and then it projects out information. This is where she keeps her SIM chip, and she starts looking through a directory of people, and it takes a moment. Anything you guys want to do? Talk to each other, message, telepathically say while she's doing this?
Ben is
Ooh,
immediately
establishing a telepathic
connecting.
link early would have been useful.
What?
Oh yeah, establishing a telepathic link early would have been useful.
Yes, Ben is
kidding.
immediately linking with Baldrick's through their ability.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find. There it is. Yeah, I don't have to do anything for it. I just have to,
Blink.
yeah,
You
basically.
will know.
I will it so, and therefore it is. Immediately in Baldrick's mind. Stick close to Boston. Do not wander off here.
That does seem the most pertinent idea. Yes.
If you both look to Boston, he still has his hand on the handle of his shotgun that he's ready to just quick draw and fire.
And really quickly, would your former family have connections with this one?
Likely, yes. Though I don't know personally, so it would not have been any close business. Recently, at least.
She said she put a bounty out on you. Potentially. You were recently released,
no, no,
correct?
no. I wouldn't say released. I was recently allowed to escape.
We need to look
I was
further
at the beauty commission.
into. We need to look further into the backgrounds of that. If there is indeed somebody else who was released within your model number.
That is a good idea.
That could be a very, very useful disguise.
Yes. Here we go.
I wasn't talking to anybody. What? No.
She comes up with a name and then comes up with a profile. When she clicks on the image in the air, the name, it comes up with Gregory Jose Thacker, ambassador of Lil Hall and an assistant to president of the Lil Hall.
Hang on, what's his name? One more time.
Gregory Jose
Greg?
Thacker.
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 Thicker than a Snicker.
Got it?
Vice President of Woolhole?
Ambassador of Lil Hall.
Assistant to the vice president or something like that.
Assistant to the vice president, yes.
Assistant to the regional manager.
So yes, ambassador of Lowell Hall. And as the description would indicate, that they are in charge of a lot of the imports, exports, and dealings with the rotations of of power. Considering that your current the recurrent rotation is for loyalists, the ambassador is currently located in their home city state of Lulhol.
Okay.
So you would have to contact them prior to showing
Getting
up,
to him.
or upon being there. This is the closest I can help you into the state, and any connections you may need. He is the most lenient and perhaps the most well liked, though for Lowell, that's saying something.
I do know their reputation, unfortunately.
Yes, even the most well liked is the most well hated anywhere else. Please proceed with caution. But I can tell you, he does have a tendency to enjoy chocolates and a little bit of historical music. So if you have any information regarding that, he has had a penchant to collect a few antiques in the music, especially anything predating the
Spotify.
Oh my god.
The next 3 minutes are ad-free, thanks to our following sponsor.
Don't say that. You're gonna get people's hopes up.
Right when I'm
Immediately
trying to recall information.
No.
God, what was it? Yep, lost it. It's gone.
Tech
Um,
boom.
The in-world like CD or
It's
record.
the in-world. It's the 250-year piece. Anything predating that.
He likes-
Okay.
Oh,
He
yeah,
likes
yeah.
pre-peace, but during the war times.
What you're currently going through, and I know I said it earlier. Fuck. Anyways, yes. So he's interested in musical items prior to that.
Yes, the age of religion, the divine reliquarium. I will kill you all.
Requiem. Yes,
Requiem.
I know. I
Rada.
can't say it, and I chose it. Sorry, I did it to myself. Yes, the divine requiem.
Oh, Requiem. Okay.
Yes, the divine requiem. You know, which is what you're currently in, and or it's what it's been called over the last 50 or so years, because it's been so peaceful compared to any other era of the history that you all in the world you all been. And peace, of course, has been quote unquote relative. So, magical items or musical items prior to that is his biggest interest, and that is the times where he has been in her auction house the most.
Okay. Would
So,
Fen... Sorry.
ahead.
Would Fen know any instruments off the top just from their classical, like their training within being a bard?
Roll history or arcane. I'll do both.
I'm gonna go history because that's +5. Oh, that was a shit roll. No, I'm not standing with that one. I'm gonna inspiration, mark off one of my inspiration. I'm not fucking, no.
Copy that.
Fucking no, I hate the fucking, no. Real dice, because my digital dice fucking hate me. Ah, nope. That's cocked.
I wish you could change the size of the digital dice.
Honestly.
I feel like they would bounce better.
And Farona's down to 5 inspirations.
That's considerably better. 17!
Okay. Yes, your studies would include several instruments of note. Specifically, um, two that come off the top of your head. The infamous celestial lyre, or celestial lie. How do you spell? How do you pronounce that?
Liar?
Liar?
Liar. It's
Liar.
liar. That's
Liar.
what Ben plays, is the liar.
Okay. The celestial lyre. Um, it gives off positive prophecies to the player. Person who plays the instrument can give off, fortunes to others in form of storytelling, song, usually song, is widely looked for because it,
It's
who
an
doesn't
artifact
want
that tells the future. Yeah.
yeah, who doesn't want their future told in a beautiful song? Whether it's a beautiful romantic ballad or whatever. And then
metal.
we've got the absolutely rockin'. And then there's the dwarf hammer of rhythm and roll. And it has been known for being very productive. For dwarves who dig in mines, it helps keeps rhythm, helps keep pace, and keeps everyone moving along and makes time, makes it fun to work and shoveling the mines. Those are two of the most recent that you can recall of studying, and but there are a plethora others that your character would know of.
Mm-hmm. None of which easy to get a hold of.
Oh, absolutely not. These are far, far too old to. Some even say that they've been destroyed.
So getting him an actual piece of history is probably less likely.
Quite possibly. Or some would just require some extra digging.
Yeah. Okay.
But these are instruments that are they have a more accurate history, so they're more likely to be found than any of the other ones that are obscured. And if you could find it, or at least maybe even have some information on how to find them,
Yeah. It might play in my favor.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool beans. At least I know where to start looking for that. Also chocolate.
A little easier to do, methinks.
The most expensive you could probably find.
You'd actually be surprised. Sometimes those really rich, boozy people are sick and tired of the really fancy chocolate and appreciate like that random chocolate that you find like in the middle of a back alley. I've seen that work before in actual like business meetings with my dad when he worked in the finance world. This little chocolate shop in the middle of Boston that was like run down and probably didn't match any codes.
There's chocolate in the middle of Boston?
Well,
I'd like to circle back on my earlier point of Rick would like to stab Boston in the chest.
just immediately stabbing him.
It's the magma chocolate just pour out.
His
Why is it
chocolate-filled center.
molten?
Because the electricity, it was boiling now. This is just a release.
So with that information, he says that's the best I can help with anymore, and I would have to request a favor from you. I unfortunately do not do things for free.
Understandable. Very few do.
I like my favors, but I do like money better. And I have owed Oren for quite some time, and this is a payment in one of the former ones that we've had, and I am thankfully paid in full.
Just another quick question.
Yes.
You said that there was another automaton that you had been eyeing. Where were they from? Maybe I could put my feelers out on that for the help you've given.
Roll a persuasion.
I can do that one. That one's great.
With advantage because I'm so pretty.
No.
I can't give you guidance without letting her know that I also cast magic. Otherwise, I'd give you a guidance.
No, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. I have a +9 to persuasion, dude.
Don't jinx it. You're about to
Why is
jinx
your
it.
persuasion so bad?
It's terrible. It's horrible, really. Let's go with this dice. What is 9? 28.
Okay.
I rolled a 19. I was like, what is 9 plus 9? 18.
Physically coughed. I wasn't prepared.
She looks at you with a smile. Well, technically, I suppose I could tell you. That's fine.
Yes,
so
you can tell me
this
anything. I am
robot-
very, very trustworthy. Look at me.
Ben and I should do the talking more often.
Really, really, they should.
Well, purchasing a robot from a previous owner is long and lengthy and requires so much paperwork and negotiating. And it's worse when they just up and refuse. This robot belongs to a very high and prestigious family. And they, for some reason, didn't want it anymore. I offered to buy it from them, and they refused. Rightfully so. Pieces of walking encyclopedias like that are rather dangerous to people of money. But when I heard that it had been sent to a junkyard, I sent a few mercenaries to I'm kind of forgetting the word.
Intercept.
That's the word. Fuck. To intercept. And unfortunately failed. But I don't know, there are other ways of getting hold of something that moves. Seems to be rather difficult and ironic for a service bot. They usually do as they're told.
Do you know perchance what this automaton was called?
Not specifically, but I know it belonged to the infamous Astoa family. They seem to be getting rid of everything. Their company, their business, their automatons, anything. And I think they are going broke, which is some juicy gossip. Beside from that, there is more that I would like to know besides the means of the ruin of the family, but you know.
They usually keep such matters very tight-lipped.
Oh, they do. Everyone does. It's quite impossible, almost, to get that kind of information unless you know a well-known hacker, and unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't like to deal with those lowlifes. Would rather have the information directly in my hand on a silver platter, or a silver robot, as it were.
Quite. Well, it used to be linked to the Stoa family. That shouldn't be too hard to dig into.
You would think. But I've checked in with the disassemblage company, and they have not received it. They have not
Rick is
processed,
going to
and they
real
are
quick- Sorry, go ahead.
Baldrick's like,
they
nope.
are being quite distant as to whether or not they wish to turn it over once they do have it. So yes, if you can find this automaton, it is the same make and model or make of what you have and of this one here. I unfortunately never encountered the family directly. It is, of course, something that they keep on the premise, and I've never visited them, and it's never been my interest to deal with modern technologies. I prefer the ancient, arcane, and artifacts. They provide a much more elite income.
With
Uh,
the misconceptions.
Remember, we did hear the news of the of that one sighting of a wanted android in the bar in that side of town that I Rev do not remember, but Baldrick absolutely would remember where he was when
Oh,
that happened.
orphanage?
The orphanage.
How can you forget that?
Do you tell that? Do you say that to Boston, or do you just say that to Benrana?
Like, we got to Fen
He's my
in such a way as
Telepathically, or just out loud?
out loud.
I
No,
was
out
gonna
loud, like,
He's
I'm
trying to. I
passing
get
that
what you're trying to get at. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, so roll a deception check or deception performance.
I'd rather it be deception.
Okay.
Deception is better. We some lying motherfuckers.
He's putting on his fake mustache, and
Mustache.
Where does D come in the alphabet?
where does D? It's a 4. It's a 4.
Wait, what?
That's a 5 on the die, which is a total of 14.
Why don't you use one of your
I'm going to use one of
Inspirations.
my inspirations.
Yeah, as a reminder, you only have 2 left. Oh. To be fair, aren't you leading
That's okay.
in that?
That's 19.
Oh.
Okay, so the second roll was a what with a
19 total.
okay. All right. She looks at the robot after he speaks. Really? And you know this how?
Well, my associate, kind of leaning towards Boston, is rather connected to the underground due to bodyguards' reasonings. Not underground, the cowboy circles, and
Low nod.
I see.
I
She
find it
steps
best to
back.
keep focus on those circles, as they can very quickly become your ruin in a new town.
She looks at you with a new form of awareness and perhaps judgmental. I see. Well, that information is good to know. I'll see about getting into with my connections and directing them in the new path. Interesting. Okay. Well, I appreciate this information. If there is anything else, perhaps our business here is done.
I think we are good. Thank you again for your contact.
Yes. I'll let him know that you're interested. And she walks off.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the heels clicking down the hallway.
Insight check really quickly on what she plans on doing with the information Reb just gave her. Or Baldrick just gave her.
Okay. Roll.
If I can try and get, like, whether or not she believes it or if she's more suspicious of us, sort of thing.
There's no way that could possibly have gone poorly.
Oh no, totally
What are you
not.
talking
Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy, love you, but 14. Not great, but it's not
Blade.
horrible.
At best, you can get she's not interested in associating with cowboys.
Okay. So she probably doesn't know about the bounty on Baldrick's head.
Aside from the
That's-
one that she placed.
Other than the one that she placed, which
Mhm.
is running in a completely different circle.
But her attitude distinctly changed when you mentioned, or noted over towards Brett's presence and
Mm-hmm.
his circle.
Yeah.
So the cowboy mention is definitely what caused her to
Shut
pull
down.
back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. That's fine. Fuck off, bitch. Anyway,
You'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
You never
Mm.
mentioned you were working with the law.
Worse, we're technically renegade because we are a part of the law, but we also break it a lot.
That's a good song.
It's a very good song. Styx did a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
At this point, you hear
I'm
an
leaving.
audible voice saying, "Please proceed towards the exit."
Mhm.
And it is a robotic voice.
Turn and leave.
And what do the others do? Do they follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if you guys were wanting to look around or just like mess with things or like.
Rick would
Maybe-
have opened the door for them if it wasn't already held open.
So you guys make your way back down the main hall, and notably, with all the rooms that there are, you can imagine that this is where she also lives.
Mm-hmm.
There are other hallways that, separate, and there's distinct doors that are locked, and she's probably gone to her own personal quarters.
Yeah.
Do you take any of the food on the off? You just leave? Okay, so you exit, and the
I'm just
doors
leaving, yeah. Sorry.
close behind, and the elevator is there.
You guys are
You're-
not doing it right. Gosh, the barbarians leave and then you don't touch the food. That's wrong. Just
One of them is
only
in-
person. Yeah, the only person that was invited to take it is not taking it. If the security guard takes the food meant for the guest, that's really dicky.
And if
Also,
the automaton
fuck this
takes
lady.
the food, that's gonna stand out.
Right.
automaton doesn't eat. You don't want to like take a chair and move it to the left just an inch so it's slightly off from the rest. I'm just kidding. Anyways,
I mean, to be fair, this entire time, I don't think it's been said, but like, it's assumed anytime I don't say where Seza is, he's on my shoulder. So like, there's
Oh.
just been a bird this entire time. Like, hi, how's it going?
oh right. She
I-
probably
Well, the
ignored
bird, the bourgeoisie.
Mm-hmm.
it. It's fine. It's your little
He's my little
Anyways.
boy.
So, okay, so you leave and hit the only button on the elevator. It opens up, and you are able to exit down. There's a one-way out. Follow your way back. And I think, since this is normally where we stop and pause, we will take a break. If that's cool with you guys.
Got fine with me.
What are we breaking?
Character.
All of the bones. All of the bones.
Oh,
But yeah.
I
Thanks,
guess
guys.
I
We'll
guess
be back.
we'll be right back,
Bye.
guys. Bye bye. guys, I think they're coming back. I think they're coming back. Small child. I don't know who the fuck that was.
Welcome back, everyone, to Breaking Character, to the second half. We have encountered interesting NPC and had some rather intense moments. As they are leaving the building, let's check in with Rimita, Nash, and
Murdoch.
as they're headed towards a penitentiary prison to visit some family members. Good old family reunion. After getting their freshly adorned tattoos.
And the best place to have a family reunion.
A jail cell?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah. So, Grandma, how long have you been traveling with these guys? They seem pretty cool.
Only been like a week.
Really?
I think. Yeah.
And now we're best buddies.
Yeah.
I mean,
I basically adopted them all.
That's not surprising considering how fast you adapted Mom.
Well,
What was it? Just a couple of days?
I mean, I like she came with my beautiful wife. How could I not adopt her?
Yeah, I bet. And Mom was like very astute on the recollection of the stories. Do I sound fancy? I'm learning some new words.
Yeah.
Protect this fucking boy with our lives.
Where you been? Have you been like going to classes or? I know you're back in town. Like,
Well, I mean, I've been learning a few things. I was thinking about enrolling in the school, but Mama says that we gotta keep working with the family biz. So, but yeah, I was thinking it'd be fun. Learn some new stuffs. I like new information. Kind of like I like people.
if you ever decide that you want to, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Like, I know you're thinking about it, but if you decide that you're gonna go through it, I can talk with your mom.
Well, I mean, that'd be great. I mean, I don't need her permission. She's okay with me doing whatever. But like, she wants me to stick with my strengths, and I kind of want to be well-rounded. Like I want to learn some new stuff, and maybe get me a girlfriend while I'm in school. I heard that's the best place to get a partner.
Telling you, Ben is single.
Who?
And Ben, the smarty type that was getting the tattoo with
The
us.
fancy looking
Guys, stream just cut audio. Give me a sec. What the fuck was that? One sec, guys. Apparently, my was that because my one thing went off? That's fucking stupid. Okay, cool.
My name is Red.
Thy name brings death. and destruction wherever it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, reverends
works
do
out.
tend to do that.
Why did? Oh my god! It's because it's a beta thing. I am.
It's such a beta move.
Gosh.
I don't like the way Tony has this set up. It's very weird.
Call him out once we get audio again.
You think they can hear you now?
Vay, can you hear me now?
People looters.
No, yes. Okay.
Blade,
Goshness.
turn your volume up.
Yeah, turn your
Like, get
turn
hearing
the volume
aids.
all the way up.
Like,
As
it's
far
a-
as it'll go.
No, don't
Alright.
use subtitles. Just wrong.
Yeah, so, maybe, I don't know. See, that's another thing I need classes on. I need a sex ed class to find out what all the differences are of all the different peoples and things. Right? That's
Your
the sex
mama
ed class?
didn't tell you?
Well, I know about procreation. I know about that, and that's what I want to do.
I'm sorry, how can you be my grandson and your mama didn't tell you about all that? Like,
What do you mean?
boy. Everyone in our family is, like, it shouldn't matter. It should have never mattered whether they're boy or girl, other than the fact that they
But
need
I
certain
wanna-
parts too.
But I want to do the hanky-panky.
Sweetheart, you can do the hanky-panky if they're consenting and an adult and, you know.
Alright, well, I guess I'll see. Alright, I mean...
I'm not trying to force this one. I'm just saying that if the person consents, then that can lead to the hanky-panky.
In other words, come
Okay.
correct or get.
I would like to interject that why are we trying to ship Fen with this? No.
If the guy has a preference,
This?
just I'm
This has a
agreeing.
name too.
Yeah, I'm
I-
not
I-
forcing it anymore.
I'm just saying this. I can't believe I'm agreeing with Blade, but if the guy has a preference, you shouldn't force him to try to change that. If they
Also valid.
I'm
if he
more
wants, as he
offended
put,
by
a taco instead of a hot dog, which
Genital preferences are fine. That said, we do not know how well Granny knows Fen to know
they have been
But
sharing
Fen
a
would fit
room.
would fit a genital preference.
Fen,
You share a room with
Moving
someone.
on.
Yeah, I
Fen
don't see
sleeps
Fen
in
being
clothes.
in front of
Were we
Granny.
gonna take a cab to the prison, or were we gonna walk there? Because it's gonna take a while.
We can hop in a cab. Don't we still have the rental? Or did they take that?
I have the rental.
They have their rental. Okay.
The other
Yeah, we-
crew took the rental, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then, yeah, we can grab a cab. Yeah, it's a bit of a ways, isn't it?
Yeah, come on, big fella. He wraps his arm around Nash's shoulders and puts an arm out. And then pretty soon a hover taxi comes over and opens up the back end for you. It's like a van, a semi-van, and the two sides open up, allowing room for you to go climb in. And they shut the doors, and you guys head on over to the to the prison in the local area. As you arrive, you are greeted by the guards.
Fuck. Sorry.
Whoa!
Is all good?
Yeah, Sky just showed up with food
Oh,
and dogs.
I gotcha.
Okay, they should be done. With the bark.
With the borks.
My very
Bork,
cute
borks.
DoorDash is here.
Aw. Bork, bork. So you get out and you enter the building, which basically looks very similar to the police office that you were in Vorak. Only it's just the office with the entirety of the prison in behind it. And you go through, and you are asked to surrender any weapons that you have. And
You wouldn't take a cane from an old lady.
Chill your shit, Gandalf.
I'm gonna need you to roll a deception check. Deception for that one.
Rev, I designate you my roller because I don't have anything with me.
I don't know what your modifier is.
Oh,
I'll pull it up. I will pull it up.
I just have to go into my app.
Not perception. Proficiency? Words. I'm doing a Brett.
Yes, she has proficiency.
That's a 6 on the die. So 8.
Yeah.
Proficiency, then that's what? Plus 3 to that, 11.
Hell yeah.
Plus 3? Oh, proficiency, yes. Okay, I gotcha. The guy looks at you. I'm gonna need that cane, ma'am.
Okay.
One sec, guys. Every 2 seconds, our audio is going out on stream. Yeah, no, give me a sec. Every time my fucking headphones flash, for some reason something's going weird with my audio through Discord, so I'm having to reroute my audio through Discord. Not yet. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
It seems like we're having much more difficulties than normal.
I am very mad at this. Just everyone abandon it and go to Minecraft. It's fine. One sec, guys. One sec. I'm talking to chat. Chat can still hear me. Yeah, chat can still hear me. So I'm talking to them currently as well as y'all. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine.
Full stack of iron. I am taking a break until one of you invite me to join you in your stream.
That is very loud.
Sorry, was that me?
No, it's because I had to reroute the audio through a different output. Because apparently
taking a Minecraft break for a little bit.
the application audio capture is just absolutely throwing a fucking fit tonight.
I'd like to point out that I mentioned Brett needs to stream Minecraft, and Bright says yes in chat.
I think that she was saying it was getting interesting. She was agreeing with Blade.
Hey, Emerald.
She was agreeing with me.
Alright, I think they can hear you again.
Can you hear? Hey, Emerald. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, they're hearing you. They hear you.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Alright,
Alright, I have it fixed.
cool. I'll carry you, Grandma.
Okay. I won't say no to that. I can't keep up with you.
Cool. He picks you up and puts you on his shoulder. He's got these wide, big, behemoth shoulders and just kind of feels like a big old tree branch.
Okay. Just sitting.
And Nash reluctantly gives over whatever weapons that are visible on him and can be seen through radar, X-ray. Excuse me, not radar.
How big is your gun?
You guys go in and pass through and get to the visiting area where you guys get to sit down after giving the name of the individual that you are wishing to see and visit. There's 2 chairs, and Murdoch allows you to have one of the chairs, the grandma.
Oh.
And out comes an individual whom you have not seen in quite some time. Let me get their name real quick.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
she's
'cause I don't.
yeah, no problem. DB.
Ribbit.
Oh, that's not the screen that I had it on. Okay. Sorry, give me just a second. Alright.
Hello, rating party. Welcome,
Hi!
Breaking character.
Welcome
We
for the
are-
raid. Thank you for the raid. That's awesome.
Very happy for your entrance.
Okay,
And
so
once we're not cutting to a break as you enter.
out comes a very average height individual, sharpened jaw, wide cheekbones, wide forehead, and a darker complexion than most people in the surrounding area. This individual has pauses just before coming up to the screen in front of you to get the handcuffs removed, and they're wearing a full teal covered uniform. Looks kind of like one of those registered nurse kind of outfits, but just one color, no pockets, no buttons, no zippers, just full scrubs basically. And their hair is pulled back into a ponytail, just to be out of the face, out of the eyes. Black hair with piercing blue eyes. This person looks very like they were related to Rimita's wife, rather than Rimita herself. Mom, how you doing? Sandy looks up as she sits down. Oh, hi, Maddox. How are you? I'm good. How are you, Mom? I'm good. Thanks for coming to visit me. And she looks down at Nash and Rimita, and her expression kind of dours a bit. Mother? Didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I didn't know you were here. I just ran into Murdy in town a little while ago and kind of caught me up. What happened?
Well, I guess you could say, received due punishment for, the things that I have done. I have been sentenced, for, fraud.
What were you up to? I thought we were clean. I thought everything was good.
It's a long story, but Unfortunately, I guess I should have seen this coming. It just is surprising for the way it happened. It was not what I expected. So, and she'll go into discussion of like her career. She was in basically medical insurance for decades. Started up as a registered nurse and then went up through, drugs and prescriptions, and then medical insurance, prescribing and whatnot. And she forged a few accounts. People who had deceased, she used their ID to help cover those who couldn't afford medications for themselves. And she had done this for over 40 years. I'll have to look at my notes again, but I'm pretty sure that was the number I had. Being that she is half drow, she is well into her second century. Which would be... because she's half drow. Still makes her younger than Rimita as far as in comparison. As her mother, your wife, was in the middle of her 3rd century before she passed away. That would put this child about somewhere in her late 100s when she was adopted by you. But that was still a good number of years that you spent raising her.
So I was definitely there. Somewhat.
Yeah, you were there for 140 of her years, but she was already 100 when that happened.
Okay.
So it'd be like adopting a 16-year-old.
My family did that. Good luck.
In the darkness.
So yeah.
Born in it.
Would you what?
I think he was making a Bane joke.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so it was like the equivalent of adopting a 15, 16-year-old. So she was very close to being an adult already within their circle. But yeah, so she's technically older than you, but also not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, just anything I can do to help you now.
I don't know. I mean, the count that was my doom. I just couldn't, unfortunately, attend the funeral if I wanted to, but I guess some closure would be nice. I'd like to know why they died.
Mm-hmm.
What happened was there was an elder who had a prescription for this drug that is usually used for it can be often used for sedation, is often used for when people undergo to get prosthetics, cyborg parts, and if it doesn't adhere, the patient has to take smaller doses occasionally throughout the rest of their life, and at least until the cyborg part is finally accepted. It's very rare that it doesn't happen, that is not accepted with the current medical condition or technologies that we have, but this kid I helped, I'm gonna say 12, 15 years ago. His name was Edward. He just couldn't take in the cybernetic parts that his body needed. terrible childhood accident. But and his family just couldn't afford it, and so I switched the names and the accounts, and I'd been supplying him with the drug. I think they call it Z's or something now, but it was the Zimzine, and I had been supplying it for him for over a decade, and I told him to keep in contact so that I knew when I needed to switch or change anything, and he just suddenly died, I guess. And then when they found out the account was still being drawn upon, that's when they caught me.
So you wanna find out like what happened to the kid, like why?
I'd like to know if he was died happy, or how his family's doing. We were kind of close for a while until he disappeared.
That's a deep sigh and like a silent prayer.
I'm sorry.
Do you know the name?
Well,
Granny takes. Yeah, just hoping
His
it's not one of the
name-
kids.
his name was Edward. I believe the family was local here. He had a sister.
Oh shit!
Her name was Nova, I think.
I wouldn't. No, I knew Nova's name from. Viper. So I knew Nova. Would I know Edwards?
I believe you only know the first name. You'd have to
Okay.
check your notes. That's your personal notes that you'd have to check.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have my computer on. I thought I wasn't going to.
It's fine.
Anyway, I'm gonna look at him and be like, so, you know that Viper was dating Nova, right? Or was this the Nova that Viper was dating?
Are you asking the mom, or are you asking DM?
I'm asking mom.
Okay. I unfortunately did not keep track of their romantic escapades. I just knew that they were stepbrother and sister. The daughter's mother married the father, and after the childhood incident, they unfortunately did not invite me to the wedding, but we still kept in touch. It wasn't an issue. I didn't need to know them, but his mother, his birth mother, was my friend. We went and took a couple of classes together when I was doing my master's, and so I knew the original family. When she died in the accident and they lost the baby, father took it hard, and well, when he fell in love, I was absolutely, happy for him. I missed my friend, but they got remarried, and that's when Nova came into the picture, and I stayed in contact as much as I could, but by then I had so many accounts to juggle, I was afraid of getting sloppy, and I did.
This one doesn't sound like it was on you. Things happen and you can't control it. And if it's who I think it might be, this wasn't an accident. There was a Nova Viper was attending a funeral, and they were taken out by a bad group of people.
No, Viper was taken out?
No. The person Viper was dating, sorry.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, there's a group that we're currently kind of going after, and
Really?
they're horrible. The reason I'm hanging out with some new people, and they're taking children and turning them into soldiers.
God, that's awful.
But Nova that I'm thinking about was Viper's ex-girlfriend, and she was killed for having cybernetic enhancements, as was her brother who was staying with her.
Oh my.
And I don't know much about it. I just know from Viper. I'd have to ask my group because one of them was actually attended the funeral the whole time. So I'm sure he knew him a little bit better.
Which also got attacked. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that part out though.
So if they're attacking people with parts, that's an issue.
Yeah, that's why we're looking into it. That's why I'm in town here right now, actually. I was with that group and they had to go get a meeting or communicate with someone supposed to help us out with this whole thing. We're just following trail crumbs, just one little thing to the next. Every time we think we have it solved, it's just an empty room. It's been terrible.
That can be frustrating. I wish I could help. Fortunately, I'm no longer able to do any of that. When I get out, I will not be able to do anything with medicine, unfortunately.
Sweetie, you have done more than enough. I'm sure every one of those family members is grateful for you.
I just, well, unfortunately, it required doing something illegal, and I let my heart do more of the talking than my brain, and that's why I think, Murdoch, you shouldn't really get into schooling. I love that you want to be educated, and that's fine. But your heart is so big. I don't want you to end up doing the same thing that your mom did. Oh, but Mom, I like information. I like education, and what you did was noble. I like I like hitting people, but I feel like what you did was great, and it's fine, Murdoch. Just do what you want, but be careful and but work on your strengths. Do what you are good at. Wow. Okay.
I have a question, and I did not catch. What's this? What's her name?
Sandy.
Sandy. Thank you.
What am I doing? I got distracted by the dogs barking. Stop it.
That's fine. Sandy was just saying that she wanted Murdoch to stick with, what he's good at, which is strength-based things, and not get too far into the intellectual fields.
Yeah, I'm gonna interject a little bit and be like, that's what makes you, that's what made you strong, is that I agree, stick with your strength, but you have your mother's heart, you couldn't, it's the same reason she adopted everyone around her, every one of, the kids we did, it's big heart, and people that have big hearts, I believe, should be in the position to help others. Because the more people that are going to be helping others out there with brains and big hearts, the better. The more the world's actually going to change and get better. Or at least that's the way I'm seeing it.
I get it, Mom. I get it. And this is probably the one of the few times she's ever actually called you Mom. I can't do anything while I'm here, and I also can't do anything when I get out. I will have to change fields, and it's as for as many people as I helped, I won't be able to help anyone else after this. I'm 260. When I get out, which unfortunately they gave me the drow sentence rather than the human sentence, and I will be an old lady when I finally get out, and I will only have time for my children if they are still around. And unfortunately, I love you, Maddock, but I know I only got like maybe an 80 or 89 life expectancy, but it's fine. That's fine. I'll still be here. I'll still be here when you get out. Looks at you and kind of her face softens. Take care of him.
It's hard. Sweetie, you know I will. I was gone for a while. I lost myself when your mom died, but you guys have always been the reason I tried so hard, that I worked so hard. I wanted to make sure you all were safe. I'm going to continue to be safe, so I seem to have failed that on your part, but
I got too smart for myself. That's just how it is. I made my own decisions. I am an adult. You can't protect everyone, and that's your failing.
yeah, I did try, but I don't think that's a bad thing to have.
No.
And I think if you have the ability to help, you should. And you did what was right. So I'm gonna talk with some people.
I took on your habits and I stretched myself too thin. You take on more than you can handle, and that's you can love everyone, but you can't protect everyone.
You don't have to protect them, but just showing some kindness is enough in most cases.
And she kind of gives a half smile. Oh, she knows she's not going to win this conversation.
Yep. Back and forth. Granny's just going to keep going. Don't be down on yourself, girl. Baby girl, you did okay.
And she nods her head, and then the officer comes up behind her and taps her on the shoulder and says, "It's time." She nods her head. She says, "Murdoch, you listen to Grandma. She can help you out. I can't help you anymore. But please come visit. I love you." I love you too, Mom. Kind of looks down at the floor.
Your head up. Don't put that down. I'm proud of you. Proud of you, and we all are.
She nods at you and looks a little somber. She stands up and turns around, and officer puts the handcuffs back on her, and she walks down the hall with other inmates as they do their exchange. People whose time has run out are walking out, and the families are leaving. And Murdoch kind of goes over, grabs her hand to pick you up again, puts you on his shoulder. You can see a little tear running down the side of his face.
I really am proud of her, you know.
I
don't know that was going on, and I do believe follow your heart. There aren't many people like us in this world that will lay down anything and to help others, and I don't think that's a bad habit to have. I think we should.
Nash, as he gets up, he nods his head. You're right. There should be more like us. We are one of a kind. And Murdoch puts his other free arm around Nash, and the three of you kind of walk hand in hand, exit the building on your way out. And I think we're gonna stop there. We're gonna end it for tonight, and we will hopefully catch up next week and see where we end up with our the loosey goose of a group. Let's do our outros. Let's hopefully get through these before any more technical difficulties. And we'll start with the PNGers. Rev. If Rev is available.
buddy.
Rev, you're
Sorry,
muted.
I hit my unmute button. My headset didn't listen to me. I'm saying, Rev, you can find me in all the places that you can find me, and occasionally in some places that you cannot find me, like on our OnlyFans.
He's the most prevalent one on the OnlyFans, though.
He's the only one.
Because I have the best feet. And then I'm going to throw it to Nash.
We'll be here next, not next week, but the week after he's returned from his little work thing. Hopefully. We miss you, buddy.
We miss you, buddy.
Why did he have to leave us?
And after
We're in such capable hands right now. It's all fine. Send help.
Send help.
Darkness, how about you go next?
I am Darkness, and I still haven't set anything up because I keep getting distracted by life and now
Valid.
Tears of the Kingdoms. So
It's fine.
See, you could stream that now.
That is true.
Well, she would have to set up a capture device because she lives on the Switch.
Oh, well,
Mm.
shit. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, they have multiple games on multiple things.
are you judging me?
No,
Yeah.
just saying you have a lot of
Feel
different
lesser
stuff
than.
that I
We
don't.
have Minecraft. You can literally stream Minecraft. We have a server.
This is true. We have a server.
Yes, we do, because we're awesome.
Awesome.
But yeah, I just haven't
Think
done
Rev.
anything yet.
It's
That Rev will
fine.
help.
Getting started is difficult.
And then let's go to
Hello, my name is Brett, or just Brett here on Twitch and most other places. I stream every day of the week, except for Sundays. So if you want to come by and see me play a multitude of different games, from classic games to Minecraft to relaxing games, or even sometimes horror games, come say hi. I'm always appreciative to have new fans, new friends, and people to chat with.
I just noticed your name is spelled wrong.
What do you mean? Oh. Well, that's because
oh,
my...
I'm the at?
So the reason is because, like my father, Tony was like, you can't be greedy with your T's, Brett. So he just put it as the one.
It would have
I
made
said, oh.
his thing entirely too
means-
small.
Underneath your name, the Boston, it says just Brett with one T, even
Yeah.
though your Twitch says Brett with 3 T's.
3 T's.
That is my bad, and that has always been there though.
It has.
So that's why Brett has the smallest channel out of all of us.
Oh God. Anyways,
Sits here
Uh,
lonely, and not being able to be subscribed to. Cool.
Last but not least, we're going to hop over to our DM so that way Blood can finish us out.
wait, what?
Gears are next. Hot potato.
Holy.
Damn.
Okay, well, I am Gear Sparks. I spark with all the gears that turn the way they turn.
And now they're a dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love dragons. You can find me on
We're
Twitch.
grinding.
I do have a Twitter account, though it probably will be deleted. I don't. TikTok. I am going to be starting a breaking character TikTok account. We're going to do a lot of the funny shorts that we love to see on there. So look out for that. Hopefully we get some more fans. We love our current fans.
OnlyFans.
And the
That doesn't
only-
count.
Damn it.
And yeah, so think that's it. Oh, I also have a YouTube and a Patreon if you guys are interested in the other things that I'm doing. And I have a fun thing that I might be introducing in a
mention.
Huh?
Does
No,
not
that was a
count.
Patreon mention.
It does not count.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Anyways,
They're only- oh.
yeah. So let's have Bloodlust finishes out.
Hi guys,
Blood.
I'm Bloodless King. I should be able to stream more often now since I have hired people at my work.
Fun.
I will finally be able to have my actual days off.
Yeah,
You
those
don't
are
get it.
important.
Oh, it was
Days off
fucking
for
insane. Anyway, I am a VTuber here on Twitch, usually. And you can potentially see me on TikTok, and I do have a YouTube under the same username. I have nothing on there yet. Give me a sec. Other than that, eh. But yeah, other than that, I guess we done for tonight. We gonna leave you for a hot second. We'll see you Wednesday though. Same time.
Wednesday, 9:30.
We shall not see you. You shall see us.
Yeah. Well, I see their usernames. We see their usernames. So keep talking to us. Otherwise, we don't know you're there.
Yes, please keep talking to us.
Alright, guys, night.
Good night.